Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody to Fusion Insights. We're getting towards the end of our first week of Fusion Insights, and I'm so excited to bring to you tonight Donna Burfield, who is the founder of Joy and Purpose Coaching, and she also has a group that she's going to tell you about called Coaches Supporting Coaches. And Donna is a very active member in the Fusion Circle. And I said to Donna, we have so many coaches within Female Fusion. I wanted to bring Donna to share her collective wisdom with all of you about how to build a successful and profitable coaching business. So Donna, welcome this evening. Really great to have you here.
Thank you so much. I'm really excited. Seriously, I'm happy to share anything with this platform. You guys have been so helpful.
We're delighted to have you here tonight. So before we kick things off, for people who don't know you, I would love for you just to kind of do a quick introduction, tell everybody about you and what you're doing for your business.
Right. Okay. So I'm a Joy and Purpose coach, but I started off as a teacher here 26 years ago in Ras Al Khaimah. And then I realized I was coaching whilst I was being a teacher. And so I invested in going to the Jay Shetty certification. I was in the Genius group. And so I was one of the founding members there. And that was fantastic for my personal development. And after I finished that, I decided that I wanted to invest even further in my learnings. And I then became a ACC accredited coach. And last year I handed in my resignation and said, I'm starting my own coaching business. And whilst people were supportive, but there was a few people like, you don't know anything about business. True. you know, I haven't done anything.
Most of us don't, right? Most of us don't. You know, this is the thing. You go after, like, you have an idea, it's something that you're really passionate about, and then you're like, oh, there's a whole other side that I didn't know about.
Exactly. And I think that's why the Jay Shetty certification school was so good, because it helped me unpack who I am, who I was. So I did that deep coaching on me. And then I started to look around things and think, hold on a second, I'm being limited here. People are trying to fit me in their box, and I don't fit in your box. So then I started Joy and Purpose Coaching. And that was where Female Fusion came in, because I had to shift that mindset from being in education for 26 years. And then I saw your group. Actually, it was Medina Ahmedova from Jay Shetty who says, Donna, you've got to join Female Fusion Network. And that's where I got all this help from. And I remember coming to your fire starter breakfast. And I was so nervous. I was thinking, I'm an imposter. Who am I? I'm not an entrepreneur. I just work in learning support. And everybody was so welcoming and so supportive. And yeah, I've just flourished in there and made some fantastic friendships. But the resources and the knowledge, not only from you and in the circle on the platform, but with getting in touch with the, like with Bianca for the legal side, and photography with Kim, and Celia helped me with my trademarking. So that's where I am today.
And look, nobody tells you how to be an entrepreneur, right? And nobody tells you about how to set up your business. And so that's why it's so powerful that you can have all of these resources here. So rather than trying to go and find everything out yourself and maybe not get it right, that actually there's a place where you can get that as well. Now, we're getting lots of love for you on the chat. I'll pop up a few of these. Now, really quickly because I want to talk about coaching business and running a coaching business. Because, I could talk about Female Fusion and the Fusion Circle all day, but people are here to hear from you. They don't want to So we want to hear all about you. But I want to share this because I want to talk about your business, Joy and Purpose Coaching. And
Hmm.
I want to share this because I think this is so sweet. This is from your
Oh,
son.
thank you,
Everyone loves to
Matthew.
have everyone loves to have their kids go and say that, because I know it's so important to have the support of your kids and your family as well. So Matthew, I've got a Matthew at home as well. My boy is Matthew. Matthew, you're a superstar. What a good son you are. Cheering your mom on. But Donna, tell me just really quickly about Joy and Purpose Coaching and what that does. And then we're going to talk about coaching business.
Okay, so I started off with working with single mums because I think once you start going into your training, they keep on saying niche, 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 and then you don't have the competency and you don't have the confidence, so you stick to what you know. It's a bit like authors. They'll start writing about themselves and people around them.
Yeah.
So that's what I do is, and I love that side of it. But that's evolved as well. And the main thing is empowerment and solution focused, and very much flipping your mindset. So it's asking questions from my clients, which are now male and female and don't have to be parents. What do you secretly want? Because when you say to people, what do you want? They tell you what they think you want to hear. And then you listen to them and then you say, okay, well, what do you secretly want? What does this look like? What's stopping you? What's possible? Thinking outside the box. And that's where I love the brainstorming and the collaboration and partnering. We're very much partners. And yeah, so that's what Joy and Purpose is all about. And also, injecting joy into everything we do, because joy is a choice.
Yes. And it's important to be happy, because having that mindset shift helps so much in running your business as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To be able to have that positive, happy mindset, it makes such a difference. And I find sometimes too, when I deal with entrepreneurs, that I notice that sometimes they get in their own way, that they're almost kind of self-sabotaging, or they're having the doubt, or they're not finding the joy in things, that they're almost creating the blocks for themselves rather than looking at the bigger picture and what they can do. Now, you recently set up something called Coaches Supporting Coaches. And this, I remember when we spoke about this at the beginning of the year, and it was something that you were working on and you were toying with, and it has really exploded. And it's because you're an amazing person, and you have the magic to pull together the community, and you can see that from the comments we're getting. But I think also as well that there's this need from other business owners and coaches, same like we have with Female Fusion, that we have our community of entrepreneurs. But then when you drill down deeper, that there's the need as coaches, that so many are operating alone, that they need to have somewhere to have that support and to grow. So talk to me a little bit about Coaches Supporting Coaches and what it's doing.
Okay, so it came about through I'm a great listener. I'm a member of a lot of groups, and I hear so many of the coaches getting in their own way, feeling isolated, and really not having that network where they feel safe to offload. Because we are great with our clients and empowering them and helping them find solutions for themselves. And then when we're having difficulties, it's just like, well, I'm a coach. I should know what I'm doing. You do, but you need those sounding boards. So that's how Coaches Supporting Coaches pretty much came about, asking other coaches, what are you looking for? And then when I started the Facebook group, I realized within the first week, so we're only about 11 weeks old. And within the first week, I realized this isn't just going to be a Facebook group. And I think that's the 26 years of teaching in me as well. So then I started to design, a way of empowering the coaches, getting them connecting, And again, that they were all asked, what do you want to get from this group? And so many people become coaches because they want to serve. They don't want to see other people in the pain that they had. So that's the backbone of this group, is service and working together as a group. So we do things like growth sessions, and that's 90 minutes. And we do an introduction, an icebreaker, talk about tools, and then we coach each other. So we coach the coach, and we have growth partners, and we give each other our business cards, and we'll have growth partners for 2 weeks.
It's so important to have the growth partners or the accountability partners, and to be able to have that connection, because the learning never stops, right? It doesn't matter where you are. Even the most senior people in business have coaches, and they have coaches for different things. But I guess sometimes if you're so busy serving, if you're so busy helping people as a coach, that you won't have that support yourself. And I guess, and what we're here to talk about today is how coaches can build a more profitable business, because I also know that sometimes some coaches struggle with having coaching turn into a full-time business, that there's some coaches who maybe have a full-time job or a part-time job, that they're dipping into coaching, that they're providing this service, but sometimes it can be really difficult to make that transformation into a full-time business and to have a profitable business. So what would you say are the key elements for having a profitable coaching business? What do other coaches need to think about?
Definitely have a tribe, have people around you that are more knowledgeable, more experienced, that you're going to learn and grow from. So without sounding like a crack record, like Female Fusion, you're going to have that resource at your fingertips. Also, what do you want? What do you secretly want? Do you really want this to be a business, a profitable business for you? Or is this something that you want to dip into? If you're going to dip into it, you're splitting your focus.
Yeah.
And you're not going to get those results. So if you want the results, you've got to put the work in, and it's hard work. I've coached some student coaches, and they saying, I want a profitable business. I say, right, fantastic. What are you prepared to invest? 2 hours a week. Well, if you invest 2 hours a week, you're going to get nothing out of it. So there are going to be days that you feel like you've been working for 12, 13, 14 hours.
That's the life of an entrepreneur, though, isn't it? I think as an entrepreneur, you can't expect, as a business owner, that you can't expect that you're all of a sudden going to get a trade license, start delivering a service, and start making money all of a sudden. And, these people who go and say that, you manifest it, you dream it, you plan it, you set all of these goals, and it eventually will happen. The only manifesting that happens is when you actually put in the work, especially the first couple of years. You need the action. You need to have the hard work that goes in.
Absolutely. And I think the important thing for that transition, now I just threw it out there and I went, right, I'm quitting my job. I'm in. But a year before I quit my job, that's when I was doing my certification, my accreditation. That's when I was saving the money. I wasn't going out. I wasn't doing anything. I spoke to my children. And that's another important thing, especially if you're a single parent. I actually sat my children down and I said, right, listen up. This is an opportunity, but this is going to be the consequences. Restricting our finances, my time, and so forth. And all three of them were just like, do it. Absolutely do it. So, so have that network around you as well. Whilst you are doing that transition, start saving your money, do your research, find out and do it properly.
Research. And this isn't just for coaches, right? This is across all businesses. And I have the honor of speaking to so many businesses and hearing what's happening in their businesses and everything else. And When I hear from companies that they say, oh, I'm not making money. I don't know if my business is working. I don't know if I can
Mm.
continue. One of the first questions I say to them is, what is the research that you've done in the beginning to set up your business?
Yeah.
Which did you talk to your customers? Did you do a survey? Did you find out what they need? Is what you are offering to your customers what they want? You could think that they want one thing, but maybe they're prepared to pay for something else. And a lot of times that research hasn't been done, or they've asked their mom, or they've asked their friends,
Yeah.
rather than actually putting in the research to talk about what it is that they're looking for.
Absolutely. And I think I don't like shortcuts. I never have. And it just doesn't sit well with me. And so like when I first started taking this seriously, I decided, right. So I went to Bismosis and I said, what do I need? Tell me. I was working full time and a single parent, and I was still studying. Tell me what and how much. So they told me, and I invested for myself and my business into that.
Yeah. And you need to invest in your business, right? You cannot
100%.
expect that you get a trade license and business is magically going to come. It takes time. It takes a lot of hard work. And the first money that you receive in your business is not going to go into your personal bank account. And also, if you are receiving business funds into your personal bank account, you need to get a company bank account.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But you need to invest in your business. And realistically, now with coaching, it's slightly different, but with other businesses as well, you need could take a couple of years to start making proper money within your business.
Right. So, okay, I'm very open and honest and transparent, as you know. I would say from doing my certification to up to getting my trade license. Again, a lot of people don't bother with their trade license, and I've got it.
We got to talk. Yeah, okay.
For the UAE,
we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, and America. So it's expensive, and getting all your documents, but do it properly. It's cost approximately up to date, and it's still ongoing, 200,000 dirhams.
Yeah.
Hence why sometimes I buy my clothes from Carrefour. We do barbecues and buffets. I mean,
yeah.
And I don't see that as bad. I see that, I know.
But you're making an investment, right? And this is sometimes, I see as well that sometimes it's a bit of a mindset thing that people, and you hear different coaches, especially some of the online coaches, talk about things like money mindset, and people have the wrong money mindset. But it is really true that sometimes people, if you don't invest in your business, if you don't invest in you, how are you going to grow? And that's where it's really important. And I know as well, like you say to me, I know that you're constantly doing additional education and training, and you're investing in yourself. You pay for the Fusion Circle membership, where you get a lot out of that as well. But all of that is kind of like a bank account or a piggy bank. You put the money in, and then it's going to come out. It will come back. It will take a couple of years, but it will reap rewards for you as well. Now, a few people have said that they love Carrefour. Carrefour's community says they've got great clothes. And I think we need to be honest. We need to have those honest conversations. I think it's really unfair when you have people who are saying to new business owners or to entrepreneurs, you can work 10 hours a week and you can make, 6 figures or 7 figures.
Yeah. No, but again, how much are you actually investing in yourself? I mean, if you're asking clients to invest in your package, and I think sometimes this is a lot of mistakes, and this is why I'm, for coaches supporting coaches, you've got to be certified or accredited. End of. Because we're dealing with mental health and however you want to cut it.
And is that for all coaches within your group, that they all have to be certified? So whether they're like a health coach or a business coach or wellness coach, everybody must have a coaching certification.
Yeah. So at the beginning, there, when they join, they're asked 3 questions, and they are asked, "Are you certified or accredited, and where do you get it from?"
Okay.
Once they start doing the growth sessions, and then we go forward for other workshops and so forth, and I do a media pack and an interview with them, then they are asked to produce their certificates and their business license.
Excellent.
Because
So you're
again,
verifying all of that.
yeah, because then when we're doing workshops and I'm doing the promotion and I'm putting coaches, supporting coaches, I'm putting my name there. And
Okay.
if they don't have a certificate, then they're going to be asked to leave the group, which has happened. So yeah.
Okay. Well, that's important because that also has the trust, doesn't it? That people can trust that the coaches who are coming to you, or who they're going to be encountering, are going to be of a certain standard and qualification, and they're committed to continuous development as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
what would you say as a coach to be able to, so it's, if you're thinking about setting up, it's going to take you a while to kind of get established, to build the relationships with potential clients and build that up. But then how do you ensure that as a coach that your business is profitable? How can a coach have a profitable business?
I think you've got to get out of your comfort zone, and you've got to go out and meet people. I think, social media is fantastic, but it's made people lazy. And why aren't people coming to me? So you need to go out and, again, invest. You do your networking. But when you go out to meet people, don't go out to sell and expect them to partner with you or to pay for coaching. Go out there and be curious. If you're genuine and authentic, people will be drawn to you. They want to know about you. And when you help others, just come back.
Oh, the whole, do you know, you see the entrepreneurs who are really flying, and this is not just coaches, it's across the board. The entrepreneurs that are flying are the ones who are givers. They're the ones who, and I'm not saying work for free and do everything for free, but the people who will make the time to support other people, whether it's sitting down and having coffee with somebody, or maybe, for example, doing, if you see somebody's really struggling and maybe financially isn't in the best place, that maybe giving them a 30-minute coaching session or introducing them to other people that might help them. Because that, when you become a giver, it's just something about the universe that it seems like everything flows back to you, that people get to know you, they know that you're a nice person, that you're authentic, and then they'll start recommending other people to you. And you don't even have to sell, right? You don't even, it just naturally flows. But if you are one of those people who's constantly like, well, if you want to talk to me, I'll give you my Calendly link, and that's going to cost you 2,000 dirhams. And that doesn't work. And that those people, it seems that there's some sort of block. But again, it's finding the boundaries, because you can't work for free for everybody, but being able to have that sense of giving helps so much as well.
Yeah, and don't be afraid. And I think, so many people are afraid to share, especially on social media. There's so many photos of food and themselves, and then you're talking about, being a coach, but what are you giving them in return? And it has to come from a place of honesty. Am I giving to receive, or am I giving because I want to help? And as you said, you've got to have those boundaries, and boundaries are very, very important for yourself and for others. And be clear right from the start. Think, who do I want to be? What kind of coach? What kind of business do I want? Where's my integrity? And all this, and put it in action from day one. You are going to make mistakes. You are going to come across certain circumstances, and learn from it. Say, okay, that was a little bit not very good. What can I learn from this to make sure this doesn't happen again?
Yeah. And it is taking from that, because when you're an entrepreneur, when you're a coach, you're going to make mistakes. Mistakes
Yeah.
happen, right? You don't do it intentionally, but we're human beings that we can't be perfect all the time. But it's how you learn from that mistake and make changes in your business or the way you approach things that you can move ahead and learn from it and do better. Donna, I have a couple of questions for you, and I know you love these questions, and I didn't
dear.
fix them, but this is, so the first one is Priya would like to know what recommendations you have for accreditation or qualifications for life coaches and business coaching. Do you have any suggestions for that?
Okay, so there's three main ones: is the ICF, EMCC, and AC for accreditation. Again, you need to look into it. I know ICF is more globally recognized. And so when I was looking into accreditation, I could have gone into the AC through Jay Shetty, but it didn't really land in Dubai. And so I opted for the ICF. So the best thing I can say is go and have a look. Let them get back to you. Ask your questions. You need to feel comfortable with which program you go through. But just make sure if you are going to be doing it in the UAE, what's the coverage like here?
Yeah. And that's important because if you have a qualification that's not widely recognized, that it's going to make it more difficult to go and get clients. And so the other qualification might cost a little bit more, but you have to look at it long term, right? That if it means that you've got the better qualification that might have cost you a little bit more money, it probably means that you'll start earning money within your business quicker, right?
Yeah, and you've just reminded me of something. Also, make sure if you're going through a program, if you do apply for a business license here and they ask to see your certification, depending on where you get your accreditation through, they may not stamp it. So like for my Jay Shetty, I had to pay 3,500 dirhams to go and get that certified. And it took about 6 weeks. So that put everything on hold. So
yeah,
about that.
And so that, that's cost, all costs as well, right? That you need
I know.
to weigh when you're getting all of those qualifications. Somebody's asked, Priya wants to know about where you go to get information to start off on becoming a coach.
Well, funny you should mention that. Next week, myself and some other coaches, Nikki, Jihan, Jennifer, and Ava, we're all in Coaches Supporting Coaches. We're doing a talk. So you can find all that, and it's called Coffee with a Coach. And we're going to be covering 6 things to look out for when you want to hire a coach. And if you're interested in becoming a coach, we're all certified. Some of us are accredited, so we can sit and have a one-to-one and a little chat with you.
Amazing. And I've just put your Instagram handle up here because Donna's got a brand spanking new Instagram account, which looks really great, by the way.
Is it Donna Burfield? I think it's Joy and Purpose.
Okay.
It's at Joy and Purpose.
Sorry. Okay.
No, don't worry.
Someone's going to edit that while we're talking. Don't look at Donna Burfield. Look at Joy and Purpose. See, fail forward, as somebody said. I think there was a chat in here where somebody said, fail forward. Yeah, Jen just did that. Jen just learned. So Priya said that she can't make the session next week. Do you have anything else coming up as well? Another one?
Yes. I always post it. So you need to just follow me on Facebook or LinkedIn. And I post all the workshops that's coming up. There's another one on Monday with Garane, a functional medicine coach. And I've got Jennifer coming up with the spiritual life coach. So yes, there's lots happening. Just go onto my Facebook or LinkedIn and you will find it there.
So anything to do with coaching, getting started as a coach, Donna is the lady you need to talk to. And look at that. I've edited it. There we go. Joy and Purpose Coaching.
Thank you.
So Priya is going to reach out on that. So I'm sure you'll be getting lots of DMs after that. So if somebody wants to become a coach and to be able to really grow their business, let's say you're sitting down with them right now, what pieces of advice would you give to them? Let's say 3 pieces of advice to really get up and running and grow fast. Donna Burfield's got your elevator pitch.
Oh,
right away. You know me.
So, I know you and your elevator pitches.
Yeah.
3 things. Seek out all the legal documentations that you need to do. Number 1.
Yeah.
Most important, you need to be credible. Make sure also you've got all your certifications and accreditations. And the next piece of advice would be get out there and talk to people. You're a coach, you know, not everything should be online. And then you'll start becoming more confident, and you will know what the clients want so much better. So yeah,
well, it's a form of your research, right, as well, to get out and networking, that it helps with your research.
Yeah, absolutely. But I can't stress more about you getting your certification and your accreditation, and the legal side, all your documents, medical, trade license, do all that.
And it takes time in this part of the world. It takes time to gather that. So if you're thinking as well about getting started, that you probably need to give yourself 2 or 3 months lead time to get everything put together. Because please absolutely do not trade or do not do anything without having the proper licensing, certification, or insurance as well, because all of those things are essentials for running a business and making sure that you're protected and your customers are protected as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And even for us, when we're hiring a coach, you know, I always ask about, where's your certification, where's your accreditation? And if a coach doesn't send me a contract, then that coach has got, so if you are a coach, please make sure you have a contract in place. And if you're a client looking for a coach and your coach doesn't give you a contract, especially with confidentiality, because you reveal so many private things,
run
then
away.
That's scarper.
And you know, there's a lot of ways as well, because I know that people can get overwhelmed, especially in the beginning, that there's a lot of ways that you can systematize it and have it electronically. And there are systems that coaches use where they have all of that information. So they have the confidentiality documents. And so automatically you sign up a client and you have all of the onboarding process as part of that, and it will send the client all of that information, so you have that. And that's an investment that will reap rewards in your business as well. It will just help give you those systems to be more professional to run your business.
Absolutely. And I am not great on technology, so I do everything by myself, but now things have just got wonderfully busy. And I am now going to have to suck it up and put all those processes into place. So that's funny, great, because I'm growing.
Funny you say that, because you are in the right organization that helps you with that. Because that's one of the things we and you and I were speaking about this today, actually, that one of the things that we're really focusing on in the Fusion Circle now is that we want to make sure that every month we're giving people tools that they can put in place in their business. And it doesn't matter if you're just starting out, or if you've been in business, or you have your company for 10 years and you have lots of people working for you. And we are going to have a whole month that is just going to be around systems. And we are going to help people with the tech and automating things and everything you can do, because I really believe that if you get those systems right, oh my gosh, you can, like, you're working on your business, not in your business. And that's where the money is really going to start to flow. So that's coming up in the summer. We're starting with personal branding in June, and we're going to help everybody kind of mold their personal brand and how they communicate about themselves within their business. And then we'll be looking at systems and the operations as well. Now,
I'll be there.
Look at this. So, Kim says that you are the Canva queen.
Oh, I do love Canva.
Yeah. And Kim's so excited for systems. Now, I have a question from Priya as well. Do you need a specific coaching trade license? If not, what's the umbrella? I already have a business consultancy license. Wondering if this can just be an add-on. So I think you and I both have comments on that. I'll let you answer first.
Okay, so when I got mine, unfortunately, when I applied, lockdown was still in place. And they said, no, it's all stopped because people had been doing $20 online courses and has ended up getting coaching. And so I couldn't get it. So I got consulting, and it's under lifestyle. So that's where mine is, and I can still coach and do these programs. So it may have changed by now. Jen, you would be better to answer that.
So yes, so my answer, because I get asked about trade licenses all the time and what's the best trade license for your business. And I know a lot about trade licenses in different jurisdictions, but everybody's business is different, and what it is that you're trying to do might be different from Donna or myself or other people. And so I would always recommend that you speak with 2 or 3 business setup advisors and just get their advice. They'll give you a free consultation and they'll say, oh yeah, you could look at getting a license here, there, and there. These are the options. This is what it allows you to do. This is what the restrictions are. And then you can make the decision based on the information in front of you. But as I always say, do not go for the cheapest license, because the cheapest license oftentimes can prevent you from doing what you want to do or make it difficult to open a bank account. And then all of a sudden you're not able to trade. You have a trade license that might have been cheap to begin with, but it's going to cost you that price, if not more, to close that business afterwards as well.
Now, can I just say on the back end of that as well, with the coaching, you've got to be careful if it's health coaching.
Yes.
And also, if you're going to do children, I was a teacher for 26 years. I've had police clearance, safety, guarding, all this lot. But I will not touch a minor under 18 under my license.
Yeah.
And so be careful if you think, right, I can get that coaching license and I'm now going to do that. Be very, very careful. And again, that's where the clients need to step up and say, I'd like you to coach my child. Are you qualified to do this?
Yeah. And this also, when you're getting your trade license and you're thinking about this is when you need to have a business plan. So you know what the direction is of your business. So when you have a business plan, it makes it so much easier for you to go and speak to business setup advisors, because they'll have a better sense of what you're looking for, even if it's not right now, but a bit longer term, to help advise you on the right setup. I just put that up, Donna, because I love your kids. They are like beautiful kids.
Sam was on there before, bless him.
Yeah. And then Kim just added on that, you get what you pay for 100%.
Absolutely.
As well. Now, everybody else, if you have any questions, just pop them into the chat and we'll bring them up and we'll ask Donna the questions. But Donna, I wanted to ask you, so we're doing a whole couple of weeks where we're interviewing and sharing insights from our members, because we just have the most beautiful community within the Fusion Circle. I would love for you to share just, a minute or so what the Fusion Circle has done for you and how it's helped your business as well. Because you've been in the Fusion Circle for well over a year now.
No, so not that long.
Is it not even that long?
Oh, I don't even think it's a year. No, it's not a year yet.
Oh,
I know.
It seems like you've been here since the beginning.
No. Yeah, my year's anniversary is coming up soon. So, oh gosh, what it's mean to me. I mean, I think the biggest thing is safety and acceptance. And it's okay to be vulnerable and to say, oh my God, I have not got a clue. I have a vision. Help.
We all do.
Exactly. And for me, I'm a lifelong learner. I love learning. So you give me that opportunity as well. As I said at the beginning, friendships. Kim is popping up here all the time. As soon as I met Kim, we burst out laughing. She's a photographer. She's still not taken my photo yet because I don't like my photo being taken. But she will.
I think you're going to let anyone take your photo. Yeah. Come on, Kim, get on that.
Kim is doing a talk for coaches supporting coaches tomorrow. So again, you know, we're not only friends, we're collaborating. It's like, how can I help? How can I serve? And so the Female Fusion Network, I swear, hand on heart, I would not be where I am today, because I got to the point where I felt like nobody believed in me, and there was a lot of negativity, and I started to believe that I wasn't worthy, and I took that leap.
Worthy.
But you guys
I know.
help draw that out. You know, when you're having, you know, problems in ex-part life and all, you know, everything that goes round, and then you land in Female Fusion and you just connect with people. You've helped me mentally, physically, and my children. So very grateful.
Oh, thank you. Now, before we go, we have more questions. Priya, I think you're going to have to talk to Priya, because Priya's just got a gazillion questions tonight. I love this, Priya. So Priya wants to know what the biggest region-specific challenge is that you're facing in coaching. Do you have anything? Because, do you know, like, I have to say, I get asked this as well about entrepreneurship as well. And and sometimes as well that people think that maybe because of the part of the world that we're in, that maybe things can be more challenging or more difficult. But I say that I wouldn't want to have a business anywhere else in the world. And I do have a business in the UK as well. And I've had a business in the UK for over 20 years. But for me, hands down, if I had to choose one place in the world to have a business, it would always be the UAE. I think that the opportunities that we have as business owners and as entrepreneurs, you will not have that anywhere else in the world. It is phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. There is no way, if I was still in the UK now, would this lifestyle, this dream ever be possible? And it really wouldn't. It really wouldn't. So, you know, the UAE is the land of opportunity. And again, if you want it, you can go out, you can get it. It's there for the taking.
Yeah.
And the only obstacle is you in some respects.
And it is, you know, it goes back to what we spoke about at the beginning. You need to take action. And you can't sit there and it goes for everything in your business, in life, and everything, even as well within the Fusion Circle. There's some people who join and they get the membership and they're like, okay, la la la, my business is going to be transformed. And we're like, no, we've given you the framework, we've given you the platform where you can connect with people, but you have to show up, you have to do the work, you have to go talk to Donna, you have to go talk to Silvana, who's up here. You need to be able to have those conversations and put in the work, and it's hard work. And I don't like people who go on the internet and say that we only need to work 10 hours a week and we can live on the beach, because that is not what entrepreneurship is like. It's great if you could have that, but every single business owner that I know does not have a lifestyle like that. So it's hard work, and you need to put in the time.
Yes, and there's so much joy through this as well. Although it's hard, there's some days I can sit on the side and laugh hysterically because I know I'm going to cry if I don't. And there's other days where I'm like, I don't know what to do next. I am so tired. I can't think. Everything's confused. And then the next day I wake up and I'm like, right, what can I do? And I get excited again. So you do have those highs and lows. It's normal, but make sure you've got a tribe around you that you can talk to.
And it is, honestly, I'm just like the guardian of all of this, all of you. And we've got over 500 women in the Fusion Circle now. It's all of you that make this magic happen. And we're there supporting you and bring it all together, but you all turn up and you connect and you come up with different ideas. Like I loved hearing today, we had a coffee connect with over 80 entrepreneurs at, and I loved hearing Kim, who's still watching, I hope, talking about oh no, it wasn't, it was Kim. No, it wasn't Kim. It was Mary Lynn. And sorry, Kim, it wasn't. I was thinking about another partnership that Kim did. This is, I try to remember everybody's names, but that Mary Lynn had been doing with one of our health and wellness coaches as well. And it's just like, it's so incredible that like what you can come up with when you talk to each other and you're like, oh, I have an idea. And you can both support each other's businesses. There's no competition, even if you're doing similar things, that we all have our tribe. We all have the people that we're serving, and the world is huge, and the benefits, it's
exactly. And I have to say, like with coaches supporting coaches, when we get to coach each other, that's when we can refer. And Garane, I met through you guys, and now she's my dance partner with Sasha. And but Garane, she was the first person I turned to when my daughter needed to talk to somebody about her health issues. So and that's how much trust and faith I have in what I'm doing, and that's where that power of connection is. It's like it's really, really like a family.
Oh, well, Donna, I'm so proud of you and everything that you've achieved. I mean, you have just been on fire the past, especially since the beginning of the year. I've seen a whole brand new Donna, and what you were giving back to the community and how you are helping other women. And that's what this is about, is how we can all help other women grow, because when other businesses thrive, that it's great for the economy. You know, when a woman has a business, it's just incredible, the independence and the power that it can give you and the contribution it makes to the community. So I'm so proud of you and everything that you've been doing. And I am just so honored that you're part of the Fusion Circle and that you are part of this. And thank you for supporting so many people and being part of it. And thank you to everybody for listening tonight and taking part and sending in lots of questions. It's been wonderful.
Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who's watching and your comments. I will have a look later. But Jen, thank you for being part of this journey. And I am so excited about us being on the rest of the journey. So I don't plan on going anywhere.
I know, we're keeping you in the Fusion Circle, and we keep adding more and more. So we've got lots of exciting stuff coming. So the best is yet to come. So have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you for contributing. Thank you for being part of this. And tomorrow morning at 11:30, we have Chef Vanessa Bema, who is going to be talking about client management and customer management. And being a chef, I think Vanessa might know something about managing customers and difficult customers. So I think that's one not to miss tomorrow morning. So have a beautiful evening, everyone. And thank you so much, Donna, for sharing your insights tonight. But bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.